Hello everyone. Welcome on this video. As explained on the previous emails, we made a huge update of Project Smart Explorer website, and we are really excited about it. And we've been working for a long time on this topic on this project. So we hope you are going to like it. Anyway, today's video is just a short introduction to the website. I show you around a little bit the page. No worry, the logic of the tool, the functionalities remain the same. We just changed the design and the architecture of the website. Not so much. The idea was to say, okay, let's make an update of our design to be more, let's say, on the trend of internet. But I mean, honestly, you are going to find the path quite easily. Anyway, if you have any troubles after watching this video and you don't feel comfortable using Project Smart Explorer, do not hesitate to shoot me an email at guillainjean@tobefirstconsulting.com. I'll be pleased to take a minute with you. Either we can sit on a tidy peg together, or we can make a 1-hour team meeting if you are somewhere else on the planet. So we can run around Project Smart Explorer together, and I can show you how to use the tool if you don't feel comfortable enough. Anyway, just few minutes of your time. I don't want to stress it too much because it's not so complex. So here it's Project Smart Explorer new welcome page. So as you can see, the design is a little bit new. The scope is of course still oil and gas, petrochem, and energy transition. This is the home page. This is part, of course, of the public access. So not so many information, but on this public part of the website, it's composed of this web page, of course, and about us to introduce ourselves to the people who don't know us, and of course a page service which introduces us to the people who don't know what Project Smart Explorer is doing so, and we expect to have some clients somewhere so they can still ask a demo. Anyway, for you users, the first step I would say would be to log in. So a little bit like me, you're going to click here, login. You are going to select your email address, your password, and you are going to click on login to connect on the website. You see that now we arrived to a new page which was not existing before, which is what we would say a private welcome page and home page. It's a little bit a newsroom. So just to go around the map, remain just exactly the same, just to show that we have a global coverage. And here you start from the left to see that we have some KPIs now, which are dated according to your scope of subscription, where we give you the number of projects in feed, the number of projects in EPC stage, read into the active part of the database. And then we give you two other KPIs, the number of feed awarded this year and the number of EPC contracts being awarded this year. So you see it's quite huge numbers currently. And the last KPI, but which is also quite interesting, is of course the total amount of business opportunities in your subscription. Mine is quite big, I have to be honest, because I've got all the product line, but here you will have some information about your scope directly there. So you can see it evolve. You can really every time and every day you connect, see what is moving, if it's going up, if it's going down, etc., and start to follow up on that. From the KPI on the left, we also have the latest news on the right. We didn't want to, we wanted, of course, to put that a little bit more, just to make sure that you are not missing any news from project. So that's why we put them there. And of course, you can click there and it will open another folder with the page of the project directly. So you're sure not to miss any of those projects if you didn't check your email. You also have here a little box. If you want to register for our next webinar, you will be able to click here and download the invitation for the next session. So anyway, you're sure not to miss any event. Even if you have missed the email, you have the information there. Then you see the central button, which is maybe the more important one, is of course to go to the selection board. Anyway, you see from the top that the menu has a little bit changed here because the three main pages where you will find information when you are connected on Project Smart Explorer appear here. Of course, the dated report is a page where you find all the notifications, a little bit like before. The published report is where you find the report you have been publishing in PDF, so the same page. And then you have the selection board. So you can click either here or here to go to the selection board. Here you see that the selection board appears. The design is quite different, of course, but in fact, the information remain more or less the same. Oh, no, they remain exactly the same. So you see here from the top, I try to have everything on the screen. All the buttons were before at the bottom of the table. Now we pass some button on the top and we left the marketing data on the bottom. But here on the top, next to the selection board, that's where you will remain the hotline support. Anyway, you can click, you type your message, you send us their information. That's where you find the reset button. And here are, of course, the export that you are used to, publish report, print your selection directly in PDF, or export data into an Excel format. Favorites remain exactly the same as always. You can come here on a favorite. Either you save your new favorite, either you come and here you select the previous selection that you have already saved. And here on the right, that's where you find the main KPI as well, where you find the number of projects and the business opportunities as well. If I go down to finish with all those functionalities, there is still this part of active and archive. They remain on the same spot, same information, and you find still the marketing information and marketing data button really at the bottom. Functionality are the same. We just, let's say, renew and re-updated a little bit the design, but the idea remains the same. Now, if we go to the selection board, as I said, the information remain the same. The logic is a little bit, let's say, renew in a way that if I open this filter, you see that the design is a little bit fresh now. And of course, you can still come here and type the name of project. So if we type Beau Rouge, normally the box will be bigger on your screen, so it will be easier to select all the projects. So we can come here on type of plant and do the exact same exercise. You see that you have now a drop-down menu. So if you would like to open up oil and gas, you can come here and you have a better vision on what oil and gas projects are. You can click up to close this folder. And if I want to select only the energy market, I just need to click here and I click out, and here comes that I've made my section only on energy transition project. You see that here the filtering icon remain black. It means that I've been an active filter on this column. Of course, I can multiply all the column. Okay, as always, you can use all the column to filter and go on the project that really maximize your interest. The story continues. One difference, which might be maybe the biggest update on this selection board, is that if you were subscribing to many, or at least several product line, you were used to make your selection more or less around here on the screen. And now the selection of product line goes directly into the business opportunity. So you can come here. Myself, I've got a lot of product line, but anyway, you will have all the drop-down menu to select the product line you're interested in. Here, for example, I can select DCS and SCADA for our automation friend. I click out, and of course, the website will update with the numbers, etc., etc. And you see here, you can really follow your KPI on the same screen with those information about those projects. If you want to rank all the projects according to their business opportunity, you can do it there. You see this little arrow. You can just drop down there and it goes to the minimum and then to the maximum. So you can really check for the project which are the more interesting in your case. You can also use the comment to leave yourself some notes and to your colleagues as well. It's still a private area. We do not access them. And as you can see here, we can still use all the marketing information. I click there and I can find where are the projects located in energy transition, where are the field, where is the EPC. Maybe the last new feature that we updated in the website is, of course, if you come here and you click on the name of the project, you will see that it opens a new page. And in this case, it's quite useful because you can open as many pages as you want. For example, I can go for DEPA, for BP, etc., etc. And there, if I go down, you see that it's a little bit fresher design that we have updated. And of course, you find all the same information with the joint venture, with doing the feed, the PMC, the EPC, and then the general information with a red dot each time that something has been changed and we have published an update. You can still print those reports. There is always a button print on the bottom, and the idea is for you to continue carrying on and exporting those information. The last piece of news is, or last piece of pages, sorry, is when you go to your name, you just need to click on that, and that's where you find all the administration. So here you can click and come back to the main home page and your private access to restart from the fresh. We are really excited about this new website, so looking forward to have your feedback on this new design. If you have any trouble using it or if you have any technical issue, please please come back to us, and wishing you a good business and a good use of Project Smart Explorer. Bye bye.